Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. This is the first video on my YouTube channel. My name is Top Pro Gamer, and basically, just for a bit of context on this channel, it's going to be mostly Minecraft, I think, but it'll mainly also just be games I find fun. So, like Rocket League and maybe a wee bit of Dead by Daylight, and maybe Fortnite, probably not, and a bit of Among Us, probably. But anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing you around my world, my forever world, sorry. It is day 1500, as you can see in the top left. And I thought, what better way to start my channel than to do a world tour of the world I'm very proud of. There's going to be two parts to this. This is going to be part one. And basically, I'm just going to show you around the village. You can pause the video now and take a wee look around for yourself if you want. But basically, I'm just gonna walk through, talk a wee bit about my channel while showing you them. So, without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, this is my house, my base that I've had from day like 100 in this world. I've used it ever since, and I made it, custom made it myself, and I'm pretty proud of it. So, firstly, we've got farms here, and a wee stable. But if you come along inside, you will come over to the right and see my potion room. This is where I used to do all my brewing, but not anymore, and I'll show you why that is soon. This is just a random room I have a load of pets and animals in, so that's cool, I guess. And then this here is this chicken has a bit of lore. So one day I got an egg in my base. I threw it, it spawned a chicken, and it lived down here, and then my friend accidentally killed it, and it had no name, so that's the lore behind that there. Then this is my living room. This is just the door back to the stables. And now, on the second floor, this is the main area. This is where like everything happens. So, firstly here is my bathroom. That, well, I never use, but it's cool. It's a cool detail. Shower, sink, toilet, just normal stuff. Then this is my chest full of empty shulker boxes. And then this is my kitchen. It's very crammed in the kitchen and the bathroom because I didn't really have much room to work with, and I just wanted a wee bit of detail. So this is this here. Then this is where I always am, no matter what. This is my chest room. Oh, yeah, this is my chest room. This is like just where I store literally everything. That I've had this as long as the house has been a thing. And then furnaces there, but all these chests are relatively full, I guess. Like, they've got a lot of stuff in it. You can see I have shulkers of stone from doing big mine night projects. One over there that I'll show you probably in part two. And then upstairs is the final floor. You've got, you know what, probably. And then this is my enchanting setup that I basically never use with a nice view of some of the village, I guess. Then this is my armor stand display of this is my old armor trims. This is my new ones. It's got flow helmet, down chest plate, eye armor trim on the leggings, and flow boots. Then this is my bedroom where I'm just gonna take. No, I can't. This is my bedroom. It's got loads of stuff, music desk stuff. This is my first diamond leggings because I died one time and that's the only bed I found. Everything else despawned or no, fell in lava except it. Then, just a nice wee area here. You'll see what that redstone's for in a sec. And this is my nano crop farm. Just put bone meal in dispensers, plant the crops. The dispensers will bone meal the crop, and it'll get broken by the piston. So it's a really good farm if you need carrots, because my main food source is golden carrots. Then this here is a wind charge launcher, which it's pretty cool. Hold on, maybe I can just get some wind charge to show you that actually. Okay, so now I've gotten wind charges in the dispensers, and if I take my netherite armor off, because it's in bedrock, it stops wind charges from working. It's really annoying. With a flick of this button, see, it shoots me so high, and I can just like fly wherever I want. Also, the final thing in this piece is well, upstairs in my bedroom, there's one of these, but it's just a simple button that opens a piston, door to get down to the floor below it faster. And now in my basement is where all my farms are. Well, not all of them, but most of them anyway. All of the ones that you can put in here. Firstly, you've got an iron farm, which isn't a proper iron farm, but I'll show you how it works in a wee bit. Then you've got my super smelter. You've got my rocket autocrafter. So sugarcane in there makes paper. You can put paper in there to go into the crafter. And the second the crafter detects that there's gunpowder or a lot of gunpowder and a lot of paper in here, it'll just autocraft, and then the rockets will go into this chest. Then this is my auto chicken farm. So it is. This has got a load of chickens in it anyway, a ton. It just automatically they lay eggs. The eggs, sorry, go into the dispenser. Little chicks are born, and then when they grow up, they sadly die in lava. And it makes me chicken, which is no longer my main food source. And then basically the same happens here for the cows. You just have to actually go up here, feed the cow. I never use this, like, so there's not much in it, but you just feed the cows with the wheat. The babies drop down, and then when they grow old enough, they live a happy life. Next is my sugarcane farm. So with a flick of this lever, a zero tech kelp farm behind this will grow the bone meal, or yeah, we'll put the kelp in the composters, making bone meal, and then go into the dispenser there to grow the sugarcane. Now, I'm not going to go in depth of how it works. If you really want to know, just search up Zero Tech Kelp Farm Minecraft Bedrock on YouTube and you'll see. Then with the flick of the lever, I can switch it to bone meal if I want, so bone meal will go in here. See if any comes. And there you go. Sorry, I had to skip the video a wee bit there. It was kind of broken for some reason. But anyway, that's how that works. If you want to know how Zero Tech Kelp works, just search up a video on YouTube. Next up is my never to be used cactus farm. It's just an automatic cactus farm. I just never need cactus. I made it just because, well, why not? It's been running for 1,000 days at least. So loads of cactus if I ever need it for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, next up is my dye farm. So first you put bone meal in this chest, goes into the dispenser, and with a flick of this lever, redstone clock behind it will bone meal the flour, and then the flour will dupe into another flour, and you can just craft this into dye. So we have I think we have magenta dye, red dye, and pink dye. There's not many other tall flours, but yeah, that's it. And then with a flick of this secret button, this is my cocoa bean farm. So simply all you have to do is hit this stone button, and the piston moves the jungle wood and breaks all the cocoa beans. That's because the block updates and moves, so the cocoa beans can't stick on, and then they just break. And then when I get them, I just put them in that chest. Next is one of my most used farms. It is my auto potion brewer. So as you can see here, we have 7 potions that I mainly use. You see in my under chest, I have fire res, strength 1, strength 2. Then night vision and invisibility for a bit of trolling with friends, and then extra potions that consist of water breathing and infestation, and then also weakness for curing villagers, but that's it. So yeah, infestation, water breathing, night vision, strength, or strength 2, strength, invis, and fire res. This is just the behind the scenes of the potion brewer here. It's in these droppers. There's the materials for the potion, and the dispenser just puts it, or the dropper, I think it is. Yeah, dropper puts it into the hopper, and then the chest in the hopper, and then it will grip up down there. So that's pretty handy. It's a wee bit over the top, but I use it a lot. And then you put the water bottles in these chests down here. You see, I use it a lot, like, because I do use potions a lot. I like mine and stuff, so night vision helps. But anyway. Next, this is my snow farm. So, well, firstly, there's the snow golem automatically replenishing this. That just gives me snow layers. This isn't for snowballs. But turning around here is how I get my snowballs if I ever need to create snow blocks. So if you're familiar with trident killers, it's kind of the same setup, just without the trident. These pistons push and break the snow layers, making snowballs. See, it's actually full to the brim for some reason, and it just breaks the snowballs and makes snow blocks. I needed snow blocks for my mega project that I'm working on. I've been working on it for probably the last month, and it's still got a lot to go, but I'll show you that in part two. Then pumpkins down here. This for like snow golems and stuff. Coming down this long chute is my goat farm. So with a flick of this lever and the flick of this lever, the trident killer turns on, and this here activates the portals. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, that glass breaking sound up there is portals breaking. Every time a singular portal block breaks, it has a chance to spawn a zombie pigman. So if it's constantly being lit and broken, then the chances for zombie pigmen get higher and higher and higher, and then eventually they spawn, go down this chute, and it's a very good like way for XP. And you see my elytra just fully repaired, my shovel, and then it's a very good way for XP. But this is not actually my XP farm. I will show you that in a bit. If you're familiar with infestation, you'll know what I'm talking about later. And simply, this is just where all the auto-crafted stuff goes. So it's auto-sorted, the nuggets and all the non-stackable items go here, and they go down this hopper and just into lava through that dispenser. This is actually a non-stackable item sorter. If any of you want to use that, it's just comparator, redstone repeater, redstone, torch like that, and then 2 redstone on top, redstone dust star on top. I don't think you need this block. That block's just there because I put it there. And then yeah, and then you see the auto sorter. So this is nuggets, ingots, and rotten flesh. So coming down this ladder is the auto crafter for nuggets, and then all the ingots go down here, and the ingots go through here to auto craft gold blocks, which then make their way down hoppers all the way over this way. So let me just turn these off and close that door. They make their way all the way here, and the rotten flesh gets sorted here, and then the gold blocks here. See, there's 9 already. Next up is the final, most recent farm I've built here. This is, see, the corridor ends here. There's something there, which I'll show you in a sec. But you just turn on the bone meal farm, which is another zero-tick kelp farm that filters in. Look, you can see it up there. If you see, that's the zero-tick kelp farm. And if you don't know what this farm is, it's actually a moss farm. Personally, this is one of my favorite farms because, I mean, just look how cool this looks. Like, I just find that really satisfying. But the bone meal goes into this dispenser. The dispenser clicks on the moss block growing, the stone in the moss, and like azalea and grass. And then moss is one of the few blocks that like breaks when pushed by stone. So, or well, no, when pushed by piston. So when a piston reaches its extend limit, it just breaks all the moss, and then the water's just to break all the grass and moss carpet and azalea leaves, and then that piston actually breaks the grass on top. If you can see there. But this is a very good farm if you need moss or bone meal. Like it is very, very fast. I do highly recommend. It's by Silent Whisper. I think it was like 2 years ago. But just for context, this is Minecraft Bedrock, so some people say bug rock, but I don't really get the glitches people get. But anyway, this is a nice build pathway to like the fun area in my world, which I'll show you probably in part 2. There's not much to show in part 2, but you'll see anyway. But just as I get to the next bit, this channel is it's not going to be daily uploads or scheduled uploads. It's just going to be me having a bit of fun, to be honest. I'm just going to like upload. I've always wanted to do YouTube, so I'm just going to upload and like when I want, how I want, and what game I want, and build what I want. So it's just going to be like a me thing. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to like. You don't even have to watch this video. I doubt many people are going to watch my first video, like, but it's expected. Anyway, enough of that. This is my infestation XP farm. So I use this very, very often because of my pickaxe is always breaking and stuff. Well, nearly breaking. And basically, if you get this barrel here, you get an infestation potion. And in here is armadillos, which are being scared by the zombie, which are putting them up into their shell. So when they're in their shell form, they don't take damage on the cactus. So you'll see this, and then because they're taking damage, silverfish spawn. They spew out into the water, and if you can hear the trapdoors are trident killers, making me tons of XP. Because the trident killers kill the silverfish, obviously. Just gonna break that redstone so it doesn't lag or really finishes quickly. But you see the silverfish just die and make me a ton of XP. It's a very, very broken farm. And now this was one of like the first Minecraft Bedrock farms made for infestation. So it's kind of chunky, but I made it look nice with the spruce and all. But there's very compact ones now that are like 2 blocks deep and like 3 blocks long. But they're very, very effective farms. I'd highly recommend. This one is by day 6, which some people think's a scammer. And honestly, I agree. His rates are a wee bit weird. But yeah. Anyway, this is gravestones. And now you might be wondering, why the hell do I have gravestones in my world? Well, this world started with 3 people. Me, another friend, and another friend. And they sadly inevitably quit, so they don't play the world anymore. So I actually got their items, and see, this is his armor, and this is my other friend's armor, and that totem says their names. Oh, okay, I wasn't gonna reveal it, but I may as well now. James and Ocean, and I just made this as like a monument for them, and with the flick of this button, you see is a shulker down here with all their items. So that's cool. And then there's obviously another one for Ocean. See? And it's just a simple armor stance swapper. So there's a slime block bouncing them and swapping the armor stance. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. This was fairly recent. Probably like 400 Minecraft days ago. But anyway, here's one of my first builds. It is the Nether portal. Now this, like many others, is a tutorial. Because I know some people are against tutorials, but to me, they're just like they make the game easier. And I do a lot of builds that aren't tutorials. Like my house, for example, that's one of the many. But this is my nether portal, and this was like the first tutorial build and one of the first builds, and I just thought it looked really cool. I mean, like, look at this. Come on, you can't say that's not cool. But anyway, there's nothing really in the nether, to be honest. But then over here, one of my most recent builds and my current project, well, one of my current projects is every beacon. Now, fairly recently, I built the emerald beacon, the gold beacon, the diamond beacon, and the very easy iron beacon. So the iron and gold beacon were fairly easy due to my iron farm that no longer works actually because of updates. Iron farms break. It's so annoying. And they're very bad in bedrock. And then my gold beacon was easy because of the gold farm. The diamond beacon, I already had like 2 stacks of diamond blocks, so I just had to go mining. And it was fairly easy. And then my emerald beacon I got easily because of my raid farm all the way over there, which I'll show you in part 2. Next up is my doghouse. So first we have Tracker. These were my first 2 and only dogs. And then we have Rocky. So that's the names of them. This was like very long ago as well. Then this is my very cool fountain. Also have like posts to say where the stuff is. So the XP farm is that way. The nether portal there. The graves all the way over there. Also, the fountain, which actually is a secret room if I stand this for 5 seconds. Come down here, it opens the thing long enough to go to my villager breeder, which I never use anymore because I absolutely despise villagers with my whole heart. They are the worst thing in Minecraft Bedrock ever. If you... Can this work, please? Okay, anyway, as I was saying, that's a wee bit awkward. My door didn't work for some reason. But as I said, I despise villagers. If you've ever played Minecraft Bedrock, you know how bad linking is. It's so annoying. Like they don't link to the block in front of them like Java. They'll link to one all the way over there. And my village is full of job site blocks, so they always link to them, and I have to go and destroy them all. But anyway, in this trading hall is every single enchanting book in the game, except I think stuff like lunge. Oh no, there's lunge 3 that right there actually. But anyway, every single villager enchanting book. I don't obviously can't get Windburst or like Swiss Snake or Show Speed, but every other one I have, and then also a bookshelf trade. So that's pretty nice. And then down here is farmers and clerics, but I gave up. There's gonna be more villagers, but I just gave up. The linking was so bad, I can't even describe it to you. It was so painful. And that's just like to the villager breeder. It was the most painful process I've ever did in my life. That's why there's no clerics at the gold farm. It's so annoying. Anyway, this is the map of my world. So you see the beacons, the nether portal, the graves. This is actually James's old house. This is his new one here, right there. Then you've got the trading hall, Arshine's house, which I'll show you in a minute, and Dylan's house, which is my other friend that plays this now. And then there's the fun area up there, which I'll show you in a wee bit. And then coming over here, you see the happy gas stocks and my archery. Oh, that's the spyglass. The archery, shoot the target blocks, the lights turn on, and the trapdoors flip. So that's pretty cool. Then you can do like a wee bit of like peeking, like boom, or like that's awkward. Okay, there. And nice wee campfire. This is like I built a Christmas tree here once. This is like a seasonal area, which I build like seasonal builds here. Then this is James's. I'm not even gonna show you because it's not crazy. It's just like a little bit of this, and then a chest room and a secret area there, which is nothing important. It also links to my basement, so there's actually a hallway down here that links to from his base to my base. And then there's happy gas stocks, which are very, very cool. So you got my gas called Gasper, and basically I never use them in fairness, but you just flick this lever, and it unsoft locks it, and you can just fly over. And then if you want to dock it again, just go in, look up, then look down, flick the lever or trap door, and then flick this lever, and boom, it's done. So it's pretty cool. So it is. It is pretty cool. This is my like tower, which I use to like view the world every time. You see, so very well. That's how I like light up the place. It's actually the cake from day 1500. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. That's James's doghouse there. He has no names on the dogs, but then coming over here is my clock tower, which I actually built fairly recently. It's pretty cool. This is also a video tutorial. And everyone's probably seen this if you scroll TikTok and get any sort of Minecraft stuff. It's a villager market, which obviously I'm not putting villagers in because I'm not bothered to do that. But it's pretty cool. And as I said, I just built for the fun of it. I could not care less if it was video tutorials or what. I just don't care. I'm sorry. Like, if that's what you don't want from me, then this channel isn't for you, I guess. Like, this is my like meditating pond, so it's like a Zen garden, I guess. That's a nice wee well. And then over here is my chapel. So as you can see here, it's pretty nice. So it is. Let me see. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It was one of the like this was built July last year, like before I went on holidays. This world, by the way, has been up since April 17th, 2025. So it's a year and a half old. It's pretty cool. It's like my forever world, and I just enjoy it. But anyway, this is the lectern with a Bible quote. Everyone probably knows this one at least. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things in Christ who strengthens me. I feel like if you don't know that, I don't know. I just don't know how you don't know that. But anyway, this is Oshin's house, and he was the most inactive player on this world. So because of that, I kind of flooded his base. Yeah. Oh well, I'm not gonna say he deserved it. I'm not gonna say he didn't deserve it. But if you're not gonna play, you're gonna get your base flooded. But this is the most recent house by Dylan, my other friend, and well, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool base. It's like I don't know if he used the tutorial. I think he did. He's not a great builder, so no offense to him. Also, I'll show you what this does soon. Yeah, it's not crazy. Just a couple things here. But I built a wee secret base for him, which I'm actually pretty proud of. If you can put something in this pot here, this door opens and you can get your item back. And then this goes to the secret base. Then there's nothing down there. There's a nice enchantment table. And then you can see this button here. And this actually goes to my basement. See? See how it all links back? And now for the third last thing I'm going to show you is my sniffer farm, which I literally built about 30 minutes before this video. I'm not even going to lie. It's actually pretty simple. So these here sniffers sniff up the ground, believe it or not. It's almost like they're called sniffers, and they dig up seeds. And then there's a hopper minecart running on under here that goes into these chests, or this chest, sorry. And it's say torch flower seeds and pitcher pods. I think pitcher pods are rare. I'm actually not too sure. And then there's moss blocks in the back here to lay the eggs on. You can place the eggs on any block. However, they grow on any block. They take 20 minutes to grow, but specifically on moss, they only take 10. So there's a wee tip for you if you're ever growing sniffers. Then this is the first farm in my world. Well, first there's a conduit, but this is the very, very first farm I built in this world. I think you can guess what it is. It's a spawner, a zombie spawner. So this is where I got all my XP that took a while. And yeah, I used this like the early stages of the world. And it's just zombies spawn the spawner, they go up the bubble column, and then they go down the chute, and then they spawn here. And that's pretty much it for that. It's nothing crazy. See, I got the conduit power, which gives water breathing and night vision. And I don't think anything else. But last but not least is not the graveyard, but there's a graveyard, is my working lighthouse. So you can see here, there's a redstone clock that's lighting these lamps. It just goes round and round and round, and will alert any people on ships that definitely exist in this world. And you can see there's daylight controlled lamps. And then it's pretty simple, just kitchen, seating area, living room, bathroom or toilet, just you can bath in the sea. And then a bed, which I'm actually gonna sleep in. But anyway, I think that will be it for this episode. So if you did watch to the end, I'm very surprised. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, creeper. I will be posting a part 2. I don't know when, but sometime. I'm excited to start my channel, and I hope that whoever watches this will stay with me. And I don't know. I guess all I can say is see you in part 2. Bye.